So, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Premier League transfer update, and we're going to speak about a couple of players linked to Man United that have been linked to Man United for it seems like forever now, and I'm going to come into that very shortly. Speaking of Man United themselves, I am doing a watch-along for their game tonight. They're playing at 8:15, I believe, and it is on Sky Sports if you're in the UK. But if you are also in the UK, it is free to air. It is on Sky One. It is also on PIC TV. So they will be streaming from Sky Sports straight onto them two channels. Make sure you check out HOTMIC. The link is in the description. Download that app right now. It is absolutely free. Use my code Lee623. The link's in the description as well. Then follow me on the app. Very close to 700 people are following me on that. Claude's on there. Mark Goldbridge is on there. United Stand. That is Goldbridge, isn't it? What's on there? The Football Terrace are on there. Anfield Agenda are on there. A lot of people on there now. So it's getting bigger and better every day, that platform. So make sure you go and do that tonight. And then when the game's on, you'll be able to sync up your TV to be banging time with my stream. And I'll be giving you the my commentary over the top of it. So yeah, real fan noise on the app as well, which is also handy. But listen, we are going to speak about Manchester United. And we're going to start off with Jadon Sancho. Now, Jadon Sancho has been linked to Man United for probably about a year or so now. And he is the real deal, this kid. I really like him. He scored a hat-trick a couple of weeks ago in one of the games I was doing as a Bundesliga watch-along. He was absolutely superb. The kid is genuinely top class. His stats speak for themselves. And for somebody so young to put in them sort of level of performances and stats every single week is pretty damn relentless. Now, listen, Borussia Dortmund, before coronavirus, were thinking they were probably going to get somewhere around £100 million for the fella. That doesn't appear to be the case right now. Man United has said, depending on which report you read, Man United has said to not be wanting to go any higher than between 50 and 70 million pounds. Some reports say no more than 70, some reports say no more than 50. One thing I will say, I still believe he is leaving Dortmund this summer. Who he's going to remains to be seen, but I genuinely do think that he will leave Borussia Dortmund this summer. Whether he ends up at Manchester United or not remains to be seen, but he's going all the way to the very top, this boy, whether that's at United, whether that's at Madrid, whether that's at Barcelona, Bayern Munich, I don't know. But I don't think he's going to be at Borussia Dortmund much longer, put it that way. But I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Leave all of your comments on Jadon Sancho in the comment section. Do you think he'll go at Man United? And do you think he'll be going for anything less than £100 million? I'd love to know what you guys think of that one. Let's move on to Jack Grealish. Now, there's a Manchester battle for Jack Grealish because Man City have entered the race to sign Jack Grealish. And he has a choice of either of them, apparently. £63 million is the reported fee that Aston Villa want for him. Which would be nice to soften the blow of relegation if they do get relegated, which it looks likely at the moment, having lost again to Wolves the other night. But apparently £63 million is the reported fee. Now, obviously, Man City are getting rid of Leroy Sané for around that kind of money. So that would make a lot of sense for him to go to Man City. They wouldn't have to spend out any more money on what they've got back from Sané when he joins Bayern Munich. Obviously, David Silva's leaving as well, so there's no issue with Man City ever paying wages anyway, but even more so with them two players leaving. And it does look like he is going to leave Aston Villa. And this season, he's been pretty decent, hasn't he? Let's be real. I don't particularly rate him that highly, but every time I've watched him, the geezer does perform. And he has done really well. He's scored 9 goals this season for Aston Villa, and that's not bad. I see when I was watching the game the other day, they said that Jack Grealish has been fouled more times than any other person in a single season. The season hasn't even finished, and he's had more fouls against him than any other player ever in the history of the Premier League in a particular season. That is pretty relentless, really, isn't it? That just means that he is the focal point of Aston Villa. He is the guy that they give the ball to all the time, the one that can make things happen. But like I said, he has had a wicked season at Aston Villa. Where's he going to end up? I don't know. I'm not too sure where he's going to end up. If I was him and I wanted to win trophies, I'd go Man City if I'm being really honest. I'd go to Man City over Man United, but it's entirely up to him. Man United, one of the biggest football clubs in the world, so it's good that he's for him that he's got the choice of Man City or Man United. But again, leave it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let's move on to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Juventus are the latest team said to be in for Aubameyang's services. And this is just going to keep going on and on and on. At midnight tonight, Aubameyang goes into the final year of his contract at Arsenal. And we're no closer to signing the fella up, which is kind of depressing, but it doesn't shock me one bit. This is Arsenal. This is the banter club. This is the club that just allow players to do what they want. And yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Arsenal have allowed this to happen yet again to one of their top players. We've seen it all too many times over the years. Alexis, Van Persie, other players along the way. And this time it is Aubameyang, which, listen, he's scored a lot of goals this season. He'll be a massive miss if we let him go, especially if we don't sell him now, because we have to get money in for this geezer. If we don't get money in for him, then we're in big trouble, because we've just lost a 40, 50 million quid striker for free at the end of next season. We've then got to go and replace that. So that new striker is now going to cost double if you add in the Aubameyang loss of money. So we need to sell him now. And, you know, it's not great. I can't lie. It's kind of depressing. Another one who's going into the last year of his contract at midnight is Bukayo Saka. And again, another one that we need to sell right now if he ain't signing real quick, because the thing with both of these players is as soon as it comes to the January transfer window, they can negotiate a deal with an overseas club for the end of next season. The season is still underway, this one, but the new season is going to start in September, I believe, 12th of September, I think it is. By January, both of these could have signed a pre-contract with a foreign club. So again, we've only got ourselves to blame. We will keep putting ourselves in these predicaments. And how we haven't been able to sign Bukayo Saka up when he's on $3 grand a week is absolutely obscene. It's a joke. It winds me up. And the more I think about it, the more I think, like, if I was Saka, I would go. Like, I genuinely would. I would stall on that as well. I wouldn't sign a new contract. I'd look at him and go, boy, we're playing every single week here. Same with Aubameyang. I'm scoring week in, week out. I'm performing. I'm doing my job. Yeah. And I ain't getting the rewards for it because the rest of them around me are useless. So if I was both of them, I probably would leave. Real talk. People don't like me saying that. Oh, you're toxic. You're a negative fan. Oh, well, if you don't like the truth, find another channel that'll lie to you, because I ain't about that life. I'll say it as it is. And I'm being real. If I'm either of them, I'd want to go and win the highest honours. That ain't ever going to happen at Arsenal in the next God knows how long. We're in free fall. We're a banter team. We've got so much dead wood at this football club. It's a joke. And it will be sad if they both leave. But at the same time, I can't blame them. I blame the football club. The football club have allowed it to happen again with two of our best players again. And we're going to have it all over again next summer if Lacazette stays this one, because at midnight he's going into the last 2 years of his contract. So this time next year, Lacazette will be going down to the last year of his contract, and it'll be happening all over again. But I'd love to know your thoughts on Bukayo Saka, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Jack Grealish, Jadon Sancho. Leave it all in the comment section down below, and let me know your thoughts on that. Do download HOTMIC. It is a really good app, really cool app, and everyone who's done that so far is really enjoying it. So let's get that up to 700 today if we can. The link is in the description. It's scrolling across the bottom as well. So use my code. I get paid for that, and that does help, especially in these peak times of coronavirus. And I will be streaming the Man United game this evening on HOTMIC. So listen, make sure you come and check that out. Before that, at 5 o'clock, I will be dropping my starting 11 and my preview for the game against Norwich City tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And again, a watch along for that as well. So make sure you come and check out all the content. Stick a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you all later. Laters, peeps.